Good morning, friends. I just want to talk to you today about just thinking about those different battles in our kids' lives. And we can often, and even in my own heart, I have been hesitant to engage some of those messy, long battles that I am seeing in my kids' lives. And down deep in my heart, I can know that those can be destructive and harmful to their futures if I do not engage them. But we can put it off and we can think, oh, maybe this will figure itself out or this will go away or there can be enough conversations or enough relationship to make this go away. But in reality, we know that there are some battles that we really need to step into. And while it is true that sometimes we don't engage those battles because we are lazy, often it is because of fear, maybe fear of how messy it's going to be or how long it's going to be, or it can be just discouraging to really engage this and really be faithful and respond to God and be obedient in our kids' lives just to work out these things in their heart. Some of these things just don't go away and they need to be worked out and processed and prayed through and engaged in over a season to really help our kids. And fear is, as a motivator, when we are motivated by fear, I know from personal experience that has always bore just a bad fruit in my life. God has been faithful to eventually show me you are responding in fear. And so many times I don't recognize it as fear in the beginning. It just takes a while for me to see it for what it is. It is fear. But I know that faith, when I respond in faith and I walk down that, there is a good fruit in that, and God will bless that. In faith, we can trust God to do what we know we're supposed to do and engage in those things and walk in those things. From my experience, while those battles might be long and messy, there is a real transformation that goes on, not even in my just in my kids' lives because they need me for that season. They need me to engage, but I see a transformation in my own heart because my faith has been exercised. I have practiced responding in faith to God. And as I've prayed about those things, and often those things take much prayer and much time before the Lord just to stay faithful and not give up and engage those things, God has done a transformation even in my own heart. What I have realized is often the battle is not really about my kids' behavior. The battle is really about my heart. The battle is really about, am I willing to obey? Am I willing to respond to God? It talks about in the Old Testament that Eli saw the sin in his sons and he didn't do anything about it. And God called him out on that. God said, you saw that. Why didn't you do anything about that? And boy, I don't want to be a mom like that. And I know you don't want to be a mom like that. We want to respond when we see things in our kids' lives. We want to respond in faith and we want to respond in our relationship with God. A verse that I love and hold on to is in Hebrews 11:6, and it says, and without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek his face. Two beautiful things. We must come to God because we know that he exists and that we are confident that he will reward us when we seek his face, that there will be a reward, not only in our children's lives, but also in our lives and in our faith. So I hope that's encouraging to you. Perhaps you are today just struggling through recognizing, seeing something in your children's life, and you've been hesitant to step in. You've been hesitant to engage because you know it's going to be messy or long. And I hope you're encouraged. No, if God's calling me to do that, I can respond in faith, knowing that God will reward my faith. And I hope that's encouraging, and I will see you next time. Thanks.